One of the most common mistakes that secondary teachers make is neglecting to explicitly teach their behavior expectations. Telling is not teaching, and being told is not the same thing as being taught.
Some of the procedures that I feel like I have to explicitly teach, for instance, when we say some of the subjective words, respect, right? When we say respect, that might mean something different for you, for me, for anybody. So I have to clearly demonstrate this is what I think of as respect. I'm the teacher, I'm the one making the rules, and this is what my standard is for respect. So, I clearly demonstrate either how to answer a question properly when someone else is talking, the procedural rules, and say this is what I think of as respect. That way everyone's on the same standard.
The format for teaching social behavior expectations is similar to the way an academic skill should be taught. You begin with one of your classroom expectations and provide students with a brief, age-appropriate rationale or explanation for why it is important. Your rationale should be simply worded, to the point, and convey the relevance of your rule. Next, provide students with a range of examples and non-examples of what the behavior entails. Use a minimum of 5 examples and non-examples that collectively cover the range of situations in which your behavior expectation applies. Use examples that clearly depict specific situations with which your students can readily identify. The next part of your lesson includes instructional procedures that allow students to identify and practice the behaviors you are teaching. In this part of your lesson, provide opportunities for students to practice and for you to assess the extent to which they understand what the behavior expectation entails. Incorporate multiple practice scenarios that require students to exhibit an understanding of when and how to perform the target behavior. In essence, each practice scenario should provide a test of the extent to which students understand the behavior expectation being taught. Avoid overly obvious scenarios and questions. Instead, create situations that require learners to demonstrate a thorough understanding of the expected behavior. It is helpful to plan how you will prompt students to engage in the newly taught behavior after the lesson ends. A pre-correction is a simple statement that functions to prevent predictable problem behaviors and prompt more appropriate behaviors to occur instead.
So, I expect everyone to turn around and face the group that is presenting. I know you guys aren't finished, but that's fine. I just need one example for each group, so I'll wait till everyone's turned around. All right, group 1, go ahead.
Pre-corrections are delivered shortly before a predictable situation where problem behavior often occurs.
As we go through this, you need to be quiet and listen because you need to be writing it down. John, you're up.
Pre-corrections can be simple, visual, or verbal reminders or brief behavioral rehearsals.